In this video, we're going to review about the stuff I talked about in our PLCs. So settings for your classrooms. We're also going to talk about the grade book. How can I see students missing work? What's the easiest way to add assignments? Things like that. So if you missed that in the PLC, this video is for you. If you need a review, this video is for you also. So we're going to start with some easy things to talk about first. The first thing we're going to talk about is making sure you have all your settings set correctly. So if you go back up to your little person up here and you click Account Settings, it's going to bring a screen like this. You probably want to make sure it says Campus Instruction. Make sure that's there. You probably want to say Show Active Students Only. Show student picture is up to you. If you're a visual learner, you want those. Use seating chart for attendance. That's always a good, if you use that, that's cool. Otherwise, you can unclick it. Used canned comments. I always just leave that clicked in case we start using canned comments. And then show pass fail coloring for grades and show pass coloring for scores. So that will make your grade book very visual, greens and reds. If you are not the kind of person who likes the fluorescent greens or reds, if you're more of a calming person and you want some sage and salmon in your life, then go ahead and hit mute pass fail colors. And then you just want to hit save. So once that is saved, we are now going to go over to instruction. And under instruction, we're going to choose Teaching Center. So Teaching Center is where all your classes are going to be listed. And my biggest complaint was I wanted to be able to click on this class and go straight to all the stuff that I would like to go to. And they have made that possible. So if you go up here in the right-hand corner, you will see Enable Classroom Navigation. Just go ahead and click that on. The screen's going to blink and magically your classrooms are now a hot link. I can click on this and it's going to take me to a screen where I can access 4 different areas without going back to my left-hand side menu or to the star. So over here, if I had anything due today, which amazingly I did, so if I had anything due today, it will actually show up here. I can also click on my curriculum and it's going to list all my assignments, whether they were scored today or not scored. It will also tell me that I have 0 assigned and that I have 9 scored. If you have a number over here under assigned and this is 0 and the date has passed, then these will start showing up as missing on the students and parents side. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So I can access the assignments from here. I can score them from here if I want to. So I can just go straight score them if I want to. I can go back, so I can close this and I'll go back to my assignments. So this is just a nice way to see. I can also see if I have any unscored or if somebody is missing an assignment. So somebody has a missing assignment in the summative 4. So it's going to pop that up. And if I went to this and went to the score, I could see I got a missing flag over here. So that is one visual way to see where your assignments are. Click this back on all. I can see the students in my class, so I can gather information from them. Once again, these are hot links. I can click on these students and it'll take me to their student information. So if I click on Carly, it gives me all the information I need to contact a parent or guardian. I can take attendance from here if I would like. Straight from the screen, I can set up seating charts from here if I would like. But here's the one that I think is really, really useful. If I click on the advisory, it's going to show me what they're missing in all of their classes, okay? Or if they have non-passing grades in any of their classes, or if they have any late assignments in all of their classes. I can click on the student and I can actually see what they are missing. So I can see right here all the classes they are missing. I can also see what they are getting. And I can, if I wanted to, I could actually click in here and it would tell me their score. So pick the wrong one because math has a lot of standards in here, but you'll see their standards start showing up. I can tell how many days, 5 days, 23 absence periods. If I wanted more, I could just click on here and it'll tell me they were counted absent for those many days. Um, I can see all their missing assignments. And if I want to, I can go back. So if I have kids in my wing class and I have them listed here, let's say I want to just show Lydia, I can call her up to my desk. I can click this little eyeball. It's going to hide everybody else. And I can just show Lydia all her stuff that she has. Click the eyeball again. It's going to show everybody. I can sort my students by missing assignments, by late assignments, or by non-passing grades. So if I just want to see everybody who's missing something, they're right here. So that is the advisory. Super cool, super easy to use. If I click on grades, it's going to take me straight to my grade book. Now, if you're like me and this like gets messy because you have to move this all the way over to see whatever else you're scoring, if you want to, you can click on this little arrow right here. Boom, and it shortens it up a little bit. So there's lots of information on here. I'm just going to leave it short. This will tell you your summary, what it is. You can actually click on the assignment from here. You can visually tell how students are doing on your summatives just by looking at them right here. I can click on this and expand it and it'll tell me, hey, she's doing pretty good. Oh, we had a small downturn right here. Same thing with like Jalen. Oh, too bad. So there's a visual right there that'll tell you exactly what is going on. You also have like this is blank. So if I just hover it over it, it'll tell me this student is missing an assignment. All right. I can see progress monitor from here, and this will give me an overall view of what my students are doing right here. It will tell me that they have 4 out of 4 assignments have been scored. If they were missing one, it'd say like 3 out of 4. It will also tell me if they've got any missing assignments down here. If they have, like this one has 1 missing assignment, so it's got that little circle thing going for them. And I can actually click on the student and get straight to those things, assignments also. If I go back to my grade book, so there's some tips and tricks we're going to talk about in the gradebook. Okay. So the first one is if you add an assignment, so I'm going to do my summative 5 here. If I add an assignment and my due date is like yesterday and I put that in and I don't grade it, like if I just make the assignment and I don't grade it, then anything going in, like it will start showing up as missing on the student and the parent's side. So for instance, let's say I have multiple classes and I want to assign this on my day 1 classes and I want to assign it to my day 2 classes. So I go ahead and I do that and I can add sections down here and I just go ahead and say, yep, that's what I want to do. Well, if I don't go change my day 2 assignment dates right here, tonight it'll show up missing on the day 2 kids. So there's an easy way around it. So let's just say I got all this done. It's a summative. I hit save and I go score. And I just want to know, like it's a big assignment. The kids all turned it in, but I want parents to know if they did not turn it in on time, but I don't have time to grade it. Okay. So I can go ahead and I can click this turned in button and say fill all the way down. And then I can just go to the kids that are missing it and say, oh, this student is missing this assignment. So now it's going to pop missing on just the kids that are truly missing that assignment. It'll show up turned in on everybody else's until you have time to score it. Okay, so that's one way to fix it. The other way to fix it is change your due date if you want to do that, but sometimes you want to know when that was supposed to be turned in. So I may not want to change my due date. I can also make it not visible. So if I close this, and I'm not going to save the changes, and if I go to edit, and instead of it being visible, I got to stay here. Hold on, save. I can click this visible, should be able to say not visible in class. Here it is. I can turn this off, and then it won't be visible in the classroom. It also won't pop on their missing assignments. Okay. Cautionary tale. If you go score this, you want to make sure you turn visible back on. Okay. So make sure you do that. Now let's talk about if I have a formative. So let's say I have a formative and the highest it can score is a 2, which is fine because sometimes we have that. So sometimes we have a formative that can't score any higher than a 2. As a parent, I would like to know that, because if my kiddos came and I saw a 2, I'd be asking them, hey, do you not understand the material? And they're telling me it's okay. We just did a short formative. It can only score a 1 or a 0, just to make sure we kind of understood where we were. Perfectly fine. Okay. Just make sure in your comments you stay like maximum score is a 2, and then you just hit fill all. And then it just goes straight down. So then if I start putting 2s in here, I go 2 and fill down. Then when a parent sees this 2, they're also going to see this comment over here. And it will tell them, hey, guess what? You just have the max you could score was a 2. So on the parent side, they're going to see this. They'll see the a little arrow. It'll pop and say, hey, the max they could score was a 2. Now this summative is sitting right here. It's got nothing in it. So it's showing up that they turned it in. You haven't scored it yet, but it also doesn't have the missing flag. So the missing flag is over here. So you just haven't scored this yet, which is fine. So all these things are turned in and it's all good. The other thing to remember is just make sure that when you add an assignment that over here you have a standard picked. Don't pick semester, because if you pick semester, it's going to go into points and it's not going to roll up the right way. All right. The last thing I want to talk about is how you see missing assignments for your students. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. So under instruction, there is a missing assignment report. So you can actually run this missing assignment and you can hand it to your students. So, and this is just for your class. And you can choose what you want to have over here. So I can say just generate my PDF. It's going to generate a page for every single student that is missing an assignment, which Emma is only the only one that was missing an assignment in my class. So I could like print that off and hand it to Emma and say, hey, look, here's the assignments you're missing. Here's what you need to work on. It's super, super helpful for kids who are missing a lot. Like say they're out, they've got COVID, they're out for 5 days. Okay. So they've missed a lot of assignments and they need a visual clue. You can just hand them that and it will show them that. The other way you can do this is under the message centers, which is way cool. If you go to new and instead of class message, you click missing assignment message, it's going to say, are you sure you want to use this template? You go, sure. Yep, I do. Make sure your reply to email right here is you. And then it fills it in. Your student blank has the following missing assignments, blah, blah, blah. You can actually add more to this. So I can actually type in here. I can save this as, yeah, it's not going to let me do it because it says reply to email. And I can't put it in because I'm in the sandbox. But when I save it as, I can save it as a template. So when I come up here and I say, hey, use this template, and I can choose whatever template it is, like missing assignments, or if I do a lot of, hey, your test is coming up on Tuesday, you can like save that as a template. Then you just go to next. It's going to ask you what class and who you want to send it to. And you can choose all or none or some or whatever. And then you just send it off. And it's going to go to the parents' emails. So it's going to go to their Gmail that is registered to Infinite Campus. It will also populate in their message center and they'll get a ding on their app too if they have it on their phone. So multiple ways that we can like get information to our parents. So that is basically what we talked about in PLCs. So if you have any questions whatsoever, if you think your gradebook's looking a little funky, or you have no idea what I was talking about and you need some help, just give me a call.